Welcome to Innerji, Tarot, Tea, Astrology and all things metaphysical. I'm Leslie Levy and we're going to take a look at the Astro-Tarot reading for this week commencing Monday the 7th of September. So let's begin. So the sun is still in Virgo and will be here until about the 22nd, 23rd of the month. And so again, this week we're going to be focused on the smaller details. We're going to be looking at the little things, the little fiddly things that we need to consider. And we're going to dive deep. We're going to research more. We're going to look more deeply at the little things that can add up to the big things. So that's the energy of Virgo. Now, the other big thing that's happening in the sky this coming week is that Mars will still be in Aries. And it will be until the end of the year. But at 8:22 p.m. this Thursday, Mars will go retrograde. So what does that mean? It means that Mars in the sky will look as though it's traveling backwards, even though in reality it isn't. It's just our view from the Earth. So what does this mean astrologically? It means that with that strong cardinal fire energy where people just jump in and do things and don't worry about the consequences, this week, it's going to be more about looking at how things might blow up in your face. It's looking more at tempers flaring. Things will be a little bit more frustrating for people who have that fire energy in their charts. And if Mars is strong in your chart, or if you have an Aries sun, Aries ascendant, or Aries moon, this retrograde is going to hit you a little bit harder than perhaps some of the other signs. And so this will mean that things have a tendency to blow up. You're going to feel frustrated that you can't move forward and do things as quickly as possible. So let's go through and do a tarot and tea reading for each of the sun signs. So let me just shuffle the deck to get things started and see what your message is. Just a reminder that if you want to skip ahead to your particular sun sign, I will have the timestamps for each sun sign in the description box below. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, please click the subscribe button and also the notification bell if you'd like to receive notifications of new readings and other good stuff. All right, let's lay these out. So we've got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So remember, these sun signs apply to you if you are born in that sign. So that's your sun sign. If you have your ascendant in that sign, or if you have your moon in that sign, these will all have an effect. So let's start off with Aries. And we have the 10 of Cups. So Aries, this week you're going to be more family oriented. You're going to be thinking more about the family than you usually do and doing things together. And it's looking like a very happy week for you coming up. And considering you have Mars in Aries, which is Mars rules Aries, your energy is very strong. And even though you have a happy week coming up, just be a little bit cautious about that retrograde because we have the camel here and we have the rainbow. So I'm getting a feeling that the start of the week is going to start out lovely and shiny and fun and great for the family. And as you go through the week, I feel that the camel plods. The camel is about endurance. So I feel that as Mars goes retrograde on Thursday, you'll have to work a little bit harder about maintaining this family goodwill, this family happiness, and to keep that rainbow coming across the sky. So all in all, a good week, but just a forewarning, Mars retrograde will affect you very, very strongly in comparison to the other signs. So just be aware to keep those frustrations in check when it comes to the family. Now let's have a look at Taurus. Taurus, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. So this says to me that when it comes to your emotions, you're not treading as carefully this week as you otherwise should. Because when this card is upright, you can see that he's got all his focus on the cup. He doesn't want to spill a drop, and water is about emotions, and he even has his horse moving very slowly and very carefully. So this is saying to me, just be careful about how your emotions are traveling this week. Be careful about not spilling out emotionally too much. We also have the music and we have the step ladder. So for you, Taurus, this week, in order to keep your emotions in check, keep them contained, Mars in retrograde will be helpful for that, but it will also be a little bit fiery. So it really is important. It really is important to just sing your own song and take things step by step as the week goes by. Don't get too emotional. Don't just splurge out with your emotions, because it will be to your detriment this week. Let's look at Gemini. We have the world reversed for Gemini. So Gemini, your world is going to be a little closer to home this week than you would like, because you like to get out and about. But with the world reversed, there's a containment, a feeling of containment here. And with retrograde Mars in Aries, this is going to frustrate your natural want to be out and about and doing. So just be aware of that frustration. Now we also have the ladybird in the charms, and we also have the sign of Pisces. So this is a little bit of a warning of not to get too flighty with the ladybird and not to get too out there with Pisces. You really need to stay grounded. You need to make sure that you ground yourself this week and don't get lost in your own head, lost in your ideas, feeling frustrated that you can't put them out into the world. Let's have a look for Cancer this week. We have Temperance reversed, and for this week for you, things are going to feel out of balance emotionally for you. And, you know, from Thursday on, again, you're going to feel emotionally frustrated around that. But we have some good news, because we've got the clogs and we've got the archway. And so this says to me that if you can focus on getting yourself balanced this week, rebalance, get recentered emotionally, you will find that you'll be in a better position to kick up your heels and have a little bit of fun, as the clogs represent. And that means that there'll be some new opportunities coming your way this week that will be beneficial for you. Let's have a look at Leo. We have the Tower reversed. Now the Tower, when it's upright, is about things that happen big time, unexpectedly, quickly. But the fact that it's upside down is saying to me that this is going to be a week of change for you. But it's not going to be as huge as you might fear, and it's not going to happen as quickly as you might fear. We've got the shorts representing the man and the feather representing thoughts and air. So this breaking down that's going to occur this week slowly is going to be around communication with someone that you know who is either a male or a male or masculine energy. So just be aware around that person, particularly because you are a fixed fire, and we have Mars in Aries, which is cardinal fire. And then with Mars going retrograde on Thursday, there is a tendency for things to blow up, and you could have an argument with this person if you're not careful, and that will really see a breakdown in communication. So this is a little warning to try to avoid that. Let's look at Virgo, because the sun is in Virgo, so this is your birthday month. And we have the King of Cups reversed. And this is saying to me, Virgo, you're not in touch with your emotions this week. You're definitely all in your brain, all in your head. Everything is about logic, about facts, about truth. And so it is time to bring a little bit of emotion back in. And it's about balanced emotion. It's not about forcing it. It's just finding where you emotionally fit this week, how you emotionally feel, as opposed to being too analytical. Now we also have the dragon, and we also have lots of star charms coming out this week. And we have your birthday sign of Virgo. So what this is saying to me is you really don't want to get down in the detail, get too bogged down this week. Really look at those emotions that are out of balance. Really look at them. Dig deep into them. And we have the dragon, and the dragon represents fire and power. And by really looking at your emotions this week, really acknowledging what you're feeling instead of translating it out through the analytical side of your brain, you're going to come and stand in your own power more forcefully, more fearlessly than you otherwise would. Let's go to Libra. And Libra, we have death reversed. So for you this week, there's no major changes for you because the death card is about something ending and something beginning, a card of transformation. So for you this week, Libra, things are just going to keep going along as they have been. Now, because you are the sign of the scales, you can get out of balance quite easily. So just be aware of that from Thursday on with that Mars retrograde. Now, the two charms that we have the cat and we have the rocking horse. So this is saying to me that, you know, even though things are just going to keep going as they have been, you're going to feel uncertain about which way to go. And you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone because cats like their comfort. And you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone and weigh up a decision between two opposing things that are going on this week. Let's move on to Scorpio. Deep, dark Scorpio. And we have the High Priestess reversed. And this is saying to me, for you, Scorpio, this week, that you might not be able to trust your intuition as much as you normally do. It is a little bit off kilter for you. Normally, your intuition stands you in good stead, but this week you really need to bring in a bit of analytical thinking to really look at what is true and what isn't, rather than just relying on your intuition, which is out of balance. And we have the wine goblet and the angel. So for you this week, it is about looking at your emotions, looking at your emotional intuition, and really connecting more with the divine. We have the angel here. It's connecting more with the divine. So it is about maybe going into some deep meditation for yourself to help rebalance your connection with the divine so that you can once again rely on your intuition. Moving on to Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, we have the moon. So things are hidden for you this week. It is this a week for you about bringing things to light that you have been keeping mum about, that you have been keeping quiet about. And it is relying on your intuition to be able to bring that to the fore. And we have the stork and we have the number 1. So I see if you can bring what you're keeping secret, what you're keeping quiet about this week, and if you bring it into the light and open up and talk about it, you will find that it will bring the opportunity for a small new beginning, because the stork is about new beginnings, and we have the number 1, a first. So what I'm seeing here is that there's going to be something new that you'll be able to begin if you can just open up and share it with people that you trust. Moving on to Capricorn. For Capricorn, we have the Chariot reversed. And with the Chariot reversed, Capricorn, for you this week, things aren't going to be as straightforward as you would like them to be. You like to be straightforward, straight down the line. You like to know your structure. But it is going to be a more winding path for you this week. Let's see what charms we have. And the charms we have for you are the key and the hat. So the opposite advice from Sagittarius for you, the key for you is to keep things under your hat, not to be too open until you can walk a straight line again, walk a straight path. Keep information, keep your plans, keep things under your hat close to your chest, and that will open up the way as we progress through the week to be able to walk a straight line and move forward with those plans in a more open way, looking more towards early next week. Let's look at Aquarius. And we have the Hanged Man. Aquarius, for you this week is about looking at things from a different perspective. And that's actually, on one hand, it's easy for you because you're quite innovative, you're quite rebellious. But on the other hand, once you do make up your mind about something, you stay fixed with that opinion. So this is about taking those fixed opinions and looking at them from a new perspective and allowing that innovative part of you to really come to the fore and see things from a different angle this week. And you will find that you will move forward a little more successfully. And a couple of charms for Aquarius, we've got the anchor and we've got the mushroom. So for you too this week, it's about staying grounded, about anchoring yourself. And it is about allowing things that have been hidden for you also to come to light, and then look at them in an innovative and new way, a new perspective, and you will find a better way forward. Let's have a look at Pisces. Pisces, you are looking at the big picture this week with the Two of Wands. You can see he is holding the world in his hands. And so for you, instead of looking at the detail, which is Sun in Virgo, you're looking at the big picture and you're looking at making some new plans this week. Let's see what the charms are around making new plans. And we have for you Libra with the scales and the mountain. And this is saying that really you need to make sure that you take a balanced approach to your planning. It's very easy for you to ignore those Sun in Virgo details that you need to consider with your planning this week. You need to balance the big picture out with the little details. And that is going to be, with the mountain there, a bit challenging for you. But stay the distance. You will be able to climb that mountain, make your plans, and find the balance with the details in place. I do hope today's Astro-Tarot reading has been helpful for this coming week, commencing Monday, the 7th of September. Until next time, namaste.